You're watching the hometown leader for local news coverage. Northwest News at 11 begins right now.
Good evening, I'm Jennifer Winters. Thanks for joining us. David Walker has the night off. About 80 people rallied at the Eugene City Hall tonight to urge city leaders to raise the standard of living for low-income families in our community. Jody Unruh is live in the newsroom with details. Jody?
Well, Jennifer, the Eugene Springfield Solidarity Network has been working on this campaign for months, and tonight supporters took their message before the Eugene Budget Committee. The bottom line, they want the city to address poverty by restoring its funding for emergency services like food for Lane County and by paying a living wage. Now, dozens rallied tonight before the public hearing outside the chamber room. The signs represent some of the 80 cities in America that have already adopted a living wage ordinance. The proposal would require City of Eugene and many city-subsidized businesses to pay their employees $11.42 an hour with health benefits or $14.28 without health benefits. Supporters say this would allow public workers to live with dignity.
People who work full-time should be able to meet their basic needs, and currently the minimum wage is not sufficient for a working family to meet their basic needs, and families have to make hard decisions like whether to eat or whether to buy gas for their cars.
It's time for us to make sure that we don't pay people who are paid with tax dollars anything other than a living wage.
Now tonight, the Eugene Budget Committee did agree to restore some of the funding for the emergency human services for next year's budget. The committee will meet next week to finalize its recommendations to the City Council. Jennifer.
All right, thanks, Jody. The Eugene Springfield Solidarity Network is holding a living wage workshop for the public at Harris Hall on May 29th. Well, if you haven't voted, you've got less than 24 hours to cast your ballot. As Annie Hong reports, the campaign is being waged not only to support measures and candidates, but just to get voters to participate.
It's lunchtime and the ballot drop boxes are busy.
Expectedly busy, and it'll be very busy today and tomorrow. I would imagine it's going to be more of the same, and we're just processing ballots.
Voting favor signs like this one are posted around town to encourage voters to get their ballots in. Right now, just over 26% of the votes have come in. At least a 50% voter turnout is required for measures dealing with property taxes. On the City of Eugene ballot, 3 measures fall into that category. They are ballot measure 2056 for the 4J School District, measure 2057 for the fire station, and 2058 for the library.
Hopefully people will see that, realize that we need 50% turnout for any of the money measures that are on the ballot and a yes vote, of course, to get them to pass. And so we just really encourage people to exercise their civic responsibility.
School Board member Beth Giroux helped begin the Voting Fever campaign 2 years ago. She says the most important thing for an election is getting enough people out to vote, because without that, nothing can be done with those money measures. I'm Annie Hong in Eugene.
And remember, it is too late to mail your ballot, but you have until tomorrow at 8 p.m. to get your ballot to a designated drop box. Well, tomorrow's election will have a big impact on the new downtown Eugene library. Construction on the building is now more than half finished. The 12,600 square foot 4-story building will replace the old library. The building is set to open in December or January, but what happens inside depends on the outcome of the election. If Eugene voters pass Measure 2058, it would give the library about $19.5 million over 4 years. That money would fund book collection, the Sheldon and Bethel branch libraries, and staffing at the main branch.
The part that the community would notice is the 2 branches would have to close, and this would not be open as much.
The old library building will be sold. Money from that sale will be used to help fund the new building. A Burlington Northern train crashed into a boxcar near Junction City tonight, sending the car off the tracks. State police say 1 engineer suffered minor injury in the mishap. The freight train engines were picking up some cars when the accident happened near Highway 99 and Prairie Road. The train hit the boxcar, apparently left on the wrong tracks. Authorities say Highway 99 may be blocked at times tonight as a crane moves in to help move that boxcar off the tracks. Police cited a Salem man tonight after his vehicle caused a giant tanker truck to jackknife along Interstate 5 south of Albany. Oregon State Police say Jeffrey Ryan Schwartz was merging into I-5 when he lost control of his pickup and collided with a tanker also heading northbound. The impact caused the tanker truck to jackknife. Both drivers sustained minor injuries. Fortunately, that tanker was empty. The accident backed up traffic for about 3 hours on I-5. Police cited Schwartz for careless driving. An accident involving an LTD bus stalled downtown traffic right at the noon rush hour today. Witnesses say the car was turning onto 8th Street on a red light when it collided into the LTD bus. The bus, which was carrying 13 passengers, swerved around the car trying to avoid hitting it. Fortunately, there were no serious injuries. The Coos Bay man accused of shooting a deputy and killing a sightseer last week heard the charges against him in court today. Dennis Robertson entered no pleas at his arraignment on aggravated murder, attempted murder, robbery, and kidnapping charges. The 41-year-old man showed little emotion. He appeared only with his newly shaven head, scratches on his arms, and in his fatigues. Robertson is accused of killing a Grants Pass man at the Oregon Dunes National Recreation Area, wounding a sheriff's deputy and leading police on a 20-hour manhunt. Investigators say they're still looking for the murder weapon.
There's more to do. There's some items that we're interested in that have not been located yet, so we're going to, and sometimes you never find them. We're talking about an immense area.
Coos County District Attorney Paul Bridgette says he has not decided whether to seek the death penalty. Bail was set at $3 million. There will be no money for the boy who had an affair with his teacher beginning when he was in 6th grade. A suburban Seattle jury said neither the school nor police could have prevented teacher Mary Kay Letourneau from having sex with her 12-year-old student. Letourneau was convicted of child rape. She's now in prison. The victim and his mother sought up to $2.5 million in that lawsuit. Well, it is the type of attack that's become all too familiar in Israel, and now there is a warning that it will happen in the U.S. The head of the FBI says suicide bombers who walk into public places carrying explosives will eventually strike in the U.S. Robert Mueller says an attack like that is inevitable, and it's hard for authorities to infiltrate terrorist organizations to prevent it from happening. The nation's aviation security chief promises no more long lines at airports this summer because of the government takeover of baggage screening. Transportation Security Administration Chief John McGaugh says the government will take over screening on schedule by year's end. He told a meeting of airport executives today that his agency could give a traveling public the best of both worlds, more safety without inconvenience. But airport officials are skeptical. A clinical trial of new leukemia drug partly developed in Oregon indicates it greatly improves survival when it's given immediately in the form of as treatment for a form of leukemia. Now, in this study, after 1 year, Gleevec had reduced cancerous cells to undetectable levels in 2/3 of patients. Scientists and Dr. Brian Drucker at Oregon Health Sciences University helped develop the drug. And Tim Chewy's here. We had a real mixed bag, including lightning tonight.
Thunder and lightning. We had heavy rain, all sorts of good stuff, and hail. And we'll have some more tomorrow, at least a possibility by tomorrow afternoon again. Take a look and see what happened today. Warmest in the country was 99 degrees. 4 cities in Arizona share that. Coldest was Silver Bay, Minnesota at 18 degrees. Eugene got to 63 for a high, 5 below normal, 46 the low this morning. That's 3 above normal. Tomorrow, well, we'll start out with showers likely, and then maybe a chance of an afternoon thunderstorm once again. Highs from 45 in the mountains to 62 elsewhere. 1 to 2 inches of snow possible in the mountains overnight and again tomorrow when those passes. So be careful if you can drive there. We'll have more coming up later.
Need to know that for Memorial Day travel. Thanks. And still to come, the Lakers look to take control of their series with the Kings. Todd McKimmel will have highlights in sports. And later, you've probably heard the latest Survivor Millionaires from Portland. Now hear how her family reacted to the strategy that won.
Covering Eugene, Springfield, Lane County, and all of Western Oregon. This is Northwest News on KVAL, your hometown leader for local news, weather, and sports.
We invented the first minivan. Today, they're the best-selling, most award-winning minivans in the world. And now they're easier to get into during the National Minivan Sales Event at your Chrysler dealer. Get 7-year, 100,000-mile protection on engines and transmissions, $2,500 cash allowances, or 0% financing on select models, and make no payments for 90 days. So for great products, great protection, and great value, get to the National Minivan Sales Event today.
What are you looking for? Sometimes what we want most is right there, just waiting to be found. At Key, we help you discover what you're looking for by revealing what you already have with a free Key Solutions financial assessment. Simple questions that uncover where you are, so we can provide some answers to help you get where you want to go. Key. Achieve anything.
Have a good summer.
It's my downtime.
It's your thing. Do what you want to do. We're going to the fair. I can tell you.
Gets me to class.
Who to sock you to. Hey.
It's my other set of wheels.
All right.
I'm going to see my boyfriend.
We went to the fair, all right.
It's your thing.
Public transportation, wherever life takes you.
Eugene area schools are trying to help kids eat better. As Catherine Stevens reports, the challenge is balancing healthy food with appealing choices.
I'm buying this because fruits are good.
Students at Monroe Middle School are being tested on what they will eat.
A donut and ice cream.
It's part of a pilot program in the Eugene School District to get rid of lunch line offerings heavy on the junk food.
So what we've done is we've gotten rid of all of those things as specified by the USDA and brought in items that have nutritional value. Granted, some of those things would be probably questionable by a parent.
Like donuts, chips, and cookies, but they meet the standards set by the federal government.
Eugene schools have tried to add in some more healthy choices for students' lunches, but the bottom line is if they don't like it, they won't eat it.
We find that it is successful in one way, that the kids are not boycotting the a la carte line, but the downside is that we've lost revenue.
Most kids we talked with say they do think about eating healthy, they just don't always choose nutritious foods.
Rice Krispies.
Oh yeah, that sounds yummy.
Yeah.
Was it healthy?
Not the most healthy thing. I have a bagel and a Diet Dr. Pepper and some Pez.
Here, kids can't get pop or hard candy, but fruit drinks, water or milk, crackers with cheese or peanut butter, fruit pies and pastries are fine. It's all part of a long-term plan to change the choices kids make toward healthier eating. I'm Catherine Stevens in Eugene.
4J's food director says they're hoping to offer even more nutritious food over the next few years. Security is tightening in local rural areas thanks to federal money replacing lost timber dollars. 6 law enforcement officials are in training to patrol federal lands, which include forests and the dunes in Lane County. In the last 10 years, logging has declined, causing revenue to drop nearly 80%. The federal money will help the county in all areas of enforcement, including search and rescue and helping in investigations.
For instance, if we have a major crime that occurred in Willamette National Forest, like we had the Garcia kidnapping several years ago in the Willamette National Forest, then I have a uniformed investigator that can augment our detectives.
Authorities will mainly patrol the Siuslaw, Willamette, McKenzie, and Umpqua areas starting next month. A multi-agency effort is now underway to make sure you and your family are buckled up when you hit the roads this upcoming holiday weekend. Troopers just kicked off a 10-day blitz on all the major highways up and down the West Coast to crack down on drivers who don't buckle up. It's called the 3 Flag Program.
In the state of Oregon, it's not what they call a secondary law. You can be stopped for just not having your seatbelt in use, and properly in use too. Having it underneath the arm, you can be stopped for that too. It has to be properly worn as it was manufactured.
In Oregon, state police are beefing up patrols along Highway 58, 126, and Interstate 5 until Monday. Now, if you don't comply, you could get slapped with a $77 fine for not buckling up. And another travel warning tonight. Safety experts blame improperly inflated tires for an estimated 6,000 to 10,000 injuries each year. State attorney generals and consumer protection agencies are warning Memorial Day travelers about checking their tires. The National Commercial reminds drivers that improperly inflated tires can lead to uneven tire wear, losing control, even a blowout.
Based on the national average, we have learned that over 700,000 vehicles in Oregon have at least one tire that is seriously underinflated. We attorneys general hope that as a result of our national campaign that we make the highways of Oregon much safer during Memorial Day and other holiday weekends.
Summers recommends the drivers check their tire pressure once a month. And here is some encouraging travel news for you. AAA reports gas prices are leveling off after the big jump in early spring. The average price of a gallon of regular gas in Oregon is estimated to cost $1.46, just 1 cent less than last month, but 15 cents cheaper than last year. Nationwide, gas costs about an average of $1.40. That's dramatically less than last year, but hey, we'll take every penny we can get when it comes to gasoline. And we'll take, well, every drop of sunshine, and today a little bit of lightning.
That's right. We've had lightning this evening, as a matter of fact. Take a look at this video from this afternoon. What do you see out there? Lots of dark clouds, and we had some lightning and some rain and some hail. We may see more of that tomorrow afternoon. I'll have the details coming up.
This year, if you can't make it to Hawaii, Tahiti, or the Caribbean, then come to the Riviera. The Riviera Center, that is, the home of Lube It USA, your 10-minute lube and oil change professionals. Take a cruise through Lube It USA and treat your car to a full range of year-round automotive services. At Lube It USA, you'll bask in heated bays, enjoy courtesy telephones, and receive complimentary services that'll make you feel like you're on a Riviera vacation. Bring your car to Lube It USA for that 10-minute automotive excursion on the Riviera. The Riviera Center, that is, the home of Lube It USA.
Y'all ready for this?
Are you ready for the selection, the value, the excitement? It's Toyota's nationwide summer event featuring 18 different models. Right now, get 0% financing on 4Runner and Sienna. 0%, 1.9 on the tough Tacoma and full-size Tundra pickups, or up to $1,500 cash back. Get to your Northwest Toyota dealer now.
Y'all ready for this?
Get the Toyota you've been wanting now. We're ready. Are you?
I'm going to be late for my own wedding.
No worries. My Subaru Outback's more stable in a turn than a Lexus RX 300. Gets better gas mileage than a Ford Explorer. And like every Subaru, has the added traction of all-wheel drive.
Subaru Outback, the world's first sport utility wagon.
The rugged outdoorsy type. Nice choice.
See your local Subaru dealer for information on financing as low as 1.9% APR.
There's a lot of people out there with a lot of need. Walmart gives us the opportunity to help more people than we'd ever be able to help on our own. They're our friends and our neighbors. Every Walmart down the street and across the country is helping their communities through the Good Works program. With education, the environment, the children always have a special place in my heart. Their eyes tell their whole story, and their faces and their smiles. You just get emotional. I think it brings a tear to your eye to see the difference that you can make. The giving part is what makes you happy.
You're watching Western Oregon's weather leader on the Northwest News WeatherCam Network.
It was a very interesting day, to say the least, with lots of stuff going on. This is what the sunset looked like from our tower camera this evening. You'll kind of notice black clouds out here. A little bit of light on the horizon. So you watch as the sun goes down. It's gone. Oh, look at that. We got a pretty good sunset out of that after all. 48 at the airport. Mix of clouds and maybe a couple of spaces out there. Dew point at 47. Relative humidity 96%. Wind south at 5. Barometer 29.95, and it is steady. Pollen count, trees are moderate. Same with grass. Weeds are now low, so everything's going back up again. Around the country, not much is happening. Clouds and a little bit of precipitation back east. Most of the stuff is in the west. As a matter of fact, we'll show you. There it is. And it's snow in the mountains with that snow level coming down pretty low. Take a look. We'll take a quick flight, and you'll notice all the snow in here, but that's about 4,000 feet and up. There you go as we move up to the north. San Francisco, they've got rain around that area. All through here, we've got rain, and again, that snow is only in the higher elevations, with even some lightning flashing around, too. Here's that low way down here, spinning around, going into California. Jet stream is right here, so watch what's going to happen. This is all going to leave. High pressure will take over, so middle of the week is going to look terrific. But I'm afraid it may go bad by the time we get to the holiday weekend itself, at least Sunday and Monday. Here you can see all those showers and thunderstorms moving from the south to the north over the last 8 hours. This is the last 2 hours, just a few little spritzes here and there, and they're pretty much out of the way. 48 currently in Eugene, same at Coos Bay, North Bend, Newport, and Astoria. 50 in Roseburg, highs for the day today. Look at this, 65 degrees in Ontario, 70 at the Dalles, the warmest, 63 in Eugene, 62 at Coos Bay, North Bend, 61 degrees in Roseburg. Lows tonight will be in the 40s, tomorrow's highs back up in only the 60s, and 40s for lows as we get into Wednesday morning. Futurecast shows the rain looks like it'll be around in the afternoon, and then boom, it's going to get out of here, and we'll slowly start to straighten up and get some sunshine before the week is over. Around tonight, look for showers along the coast, and then a mix of clouds and showers early in the morning. Then we'll start seeing more sunshine. 46 the low, 60 the high for Coos Bay and North Bend, 47 and 63 for Florence. Roseburg, showers tonight, then mostly cloudy with a chance of showers again tomorrow, low 44, high 62. For Bend and Redmond, showers tonight, a low 35, showers, maybe even some thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon, high back up to 56 degrees. For the Cascades, we're looking at showers, 1 to 2 inches of snow possible tonight. Showers, possible thunderstorms in the afternoon tomorrow, 1 to 2 more inches of snow, 4,000 feet the snow level. So the passes will see some accumulation there a little bit. 30 for a low, 45 for a high. And for the Willamette Valley, showers tonight yet, then showers, possible thunderstorms again tomorrow afternoon. Low 46, high 60. Eugene, Springfield, 47 and 60 for Albany and Corvallis. Here's your 5-day extended. And things after the morning showers on Wednesdays really straighten up. Partly cloudy skies through Friday after morning clouds. Saturday we get partly cloudy with a chance of some showers, and it looks like Sunday and Memorial Day too will have a chance of showers anyway. But we're still a long way off for that. We may have some time to straighten that forecast out for you.
We'll be patient, thanks, Tim. And still to come, some famous faces brave the elements out on the links, but for a good cause. And later we'll show you how 10 little ducklings escaped near certain death.
1, 2, 3.
The Buick Drive is alive.
1, 2, 3.
The Great American Car Company delivers $2,000 or even $3,000 cash back. $2,000 on Buick's remarkable Rendezvous. $2,000 on the value of Century and the power-packed Regal. $3,000 cash on Park Avenue and an amazing $3,000 on LeSabre, America's best-selling full-size car. See your Greater Oregon Buick dealer.
I look for clothes with attitude.
Something that just shows you.
Sparkles.
Bright colors.
Troublemaker, that's definitely Sarah.
You've got sequins on some, sparkles on others.
Glitter and the flowers. I think they're more hip now. I never go shopping by myself. I think it's all about me and my friends. You can mix and match.
You could. You so could.
You can get so much more. You really can get so much more if you go to Walmart. You really can. Yeah.
What looks good on you, that's what it's about.
1, 2, 3.
Life shouldn't be complicated. That's why Chevy's making it as simple as 1, 2, 3. Get either $1,000 or $2,000 or $3,000 cash back on every new 2002 Chevy, like $3,000 cash back or 1.9 financing on Cavalier and S10. So make it easy on yourself. Get to your local Chevy dealer.
Tonight. Wow! Dave's got Vesepia, the big winner of Survivor, plus Academy Award winner Hilary Swank, tonight on Dave. And Wednesday, don't miss Jennifer Lopez.
A Portland native is the latest ultimate survivor, and her family in Portland couldn't be more proud.
The winner of Survivor Marquesas.
In her mother's North Portland home, Vesepia's family celebrates, confirming what they say they knew would happen.
I knew all along we had the quality. I don't know, you look at all of them, you say she's going to win. She's a survivor.
Vesepia was born in Portland, and at Grant High School, she was everywhere. Basketball, public speaking, dance. Then it was on to the Air Force, where she was an MP. But her effusive personality took a back seat on Survivor Island. V thought of herself as the silent threat.
I knew how I wanted to play the game, and I've learned from watching it that silence is golden at times. You know, and you pick and choose the battles that you want to win and fight. And there were some times that you don't need to be in every battle in order to win. You watch and see what everybody else does, and you just continue to slide through there, make the right moves when you need to, and bam, it happens.
You know, I knew that she was competitive in sports and dancing, but I didn't think she was that outgoing to want to be on Survival. I never thought that she'd want to go out there and lay around in the dirt, but like I said, she has really surprised me.
Congratulations, V.
Big Coleman for CBS News.
And the next Survivor is scheduled to be in Thailand. Well, some celebrity golfers teed off today to raise money for a local charity. University of Oregon football coach Mike Bellotti joined dozens of others on the golf course for the 9th annual Chris Miller Celebrity Golf Classic. Our own Pat McGilvery and Rob Lehocky took part. The golfers played to raise money for Easter seals, and luckily it looks like they got out of there before it started lightning. Todd McKim's here with sports.
That's right, talking the Lakers-Kings tonight. We'll see if the Kings can tie the series. Highlights coming up.
It's here. The event you've been waiting for. It's the Memorial Day sales event at your Northwest Ford stores. Get into a best-selling Ford Focus for just $197 a month, or drive home a best-selling Ranger for only $197 a month. But you better hurry before someone else.
Sorry, Princess, we open at 7.
Beats you to it.
How do you define service? Putting you first? Meeting all your needs? Quick resolutions. At Key, we define it as all this and more. Our financial professionals share one common goal: to exceed your expectations with an unmatched level of service. Because Key is committed to making it easy for you to reach your goals. Key. Achieve anything.
Ford says their F-150 is built tough. But our engineers will tell you the 2002 GMC Sierra has more horsepower, more towing capacity, and more overall interior space. If you want all that from an F-150, well, that is tough. Now get $2,000 cash back or 1.9% APR on a new 2002 Sierra. See dealer for restrictions. See your participating GMC dealers.
Chateau Lorraine Winery presents the 8th annual Fine Art and Wine Festival at their lakeside facility. This Memorial Day weekend, enjoy the taste of fine wine, beauty of art, and the sounds of live music. Relax and enjoy free wine tasting and band and cheese tasting and good food for sale. Listen to classical guitar, jazz, and chamber music. Admission is $6. The Chateau Lorraine Fine Art and Wine Festival, Memorial Day weekend, rain or shine. Brought to you in part by KVAL-TV.
For the first time in nearly 2 years, somebody has beaten the Lakers at home in the NBA playoffs. Sacramento evened the Western Conference Finals with a 6-point win at Arco Arena. Kobe Bryant, suffering from food poisoning, was held to just 22, so the big guy, Shaq, had to carry the offensive load. He had 35 points and 12 rebounds. But Chris Webber and the Kings did not back down in this one. C-Webb with a rebound and the foul. He finished with 21 points and 13 boards. The Lakers then caught napping on defense. Vlade Divac sticks it in the face of Robert Horry. The Kings by 8 in the third period. Mike Bibby knocks home a big three-pointer, and the Kings led by as many as 15 in the fourth, but they had to hold off another Laker rally. With Tara Banks watching, C-Webb, who had a miserable night at the line, hits a big one to salt the game away. The Kings even the series at a game apiece with Game 3 at the Staples Center Friday.
I just feel that we have to be a better team in order to beat the Lakers, and when our guards do things like that, it throws them off, not only for tonight, but for next game. You don't know what's going to happen late in the game, so it was very important that our guards were aggressive.
I'm proud of my guys. We played a good game up here in a hostile arena, and we're going to be home, and we just have to, protect the home court now, just get the 2 games at home.
In high school baseball, while most playoff games in the area were rained out, North Eugene able to get in their game with Sandy. Scott Nelson delivered a solid game on the hill. A strikeout ends the inning. 5-1 Highlanders in the 6th. They add some insurance. Travis Nance, the rip to right, brings home Kellen Hobie 6-1. Nelson made it stand up. He had 6 Ks, a 2-run homer to boot to lead North into the second round on Wednesday.
Helped out my pitching, I felt, because
I mean, just good at-bats make me feel a lot better, so it worked out.
He's back and he's throwing fairly well. That's definitely the best he's thrown, in the appearances he's had, so happy with that.
Elsewhere in Class 4A, Ashland blanked Sheldon 3-0. In Class 3A, Mazama eliminates Newport and will next face Central. Phoenix over Reedsport 3-2 and will face Grant Union. LaSalle pounded Yamhill Carleton 12-4. Rainier is up next. Marist will face LaSalle on Wednesday. Class 4A softball, Churchill eliminated by Central Catholic. Midwestern League champion Springfield blanked Crater and will face either Westview or Tigard. Thurston lost to Putnam 13-3. Games involving North Eugene and Roseburg rained out. Class 3A, Elmira beats Yamhill Carleton and will face Banks. Junction City rolled past Douglas. Phoenix up next for the Tigers. Henley over Taft. The Hornets face Marist Wednesday. Rogue River advances to meet Newport in the next round. The Oregon men's track team has signed another top Oregonian middle distance runner. Ryan Flaherty of Mountain View ranks second in the state in the 800, fifth nationally. More quality depth for the next 4 or 5 years.
I think he's a very naturally gifted athlete, very young in his development, and someone that's going to make our team much, much better down the road. And certainly in an area where we'd like to see us be strong, which is in the 15 and 8.
World champion Alan Johnson headlines the field in the 110 hurdles at Sunday's Prefontaine Classic. Johnson, the 1996 Olympic champion, has the fastest time in the world this year at 13:04. To the ice, Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals. Colorado holding a 3-2 lead when Patrick Waugh kicks in a goal for the Red Wings. This game goes to overtime. In the overtime session, 2:17 in. Avalanche on the attack. Long rebound. Chris Drury is Johnny on the spot. The game winner. The Avs win 4-3. They tie that series, heading to Colorado for Game 3 on Wednesday.
All right, thanks a lot. Some lucky ducks coming up next.
Jeep vehicles are known for capability, and now during the Jeep Challenge, we rule on a whole new level, starting with our 7-year, 100,000-mile powertrain pledge on engines and transmissions, combined with up to $2,500 cash allowances, or financing as low as 0% on select models. So take the Jeep Challenge. You'll see we're hard to beat.
Hey, you guys got to give me a head start next time.
Great products, great protection, great values. Take the Jeep Challenge. Check one out at your Jeep dealer.
All our kids are sports nuts. Michael and Brendan play football.
Maggie and John play basketball. Tom also coaches football.
With this many family members driving, we need to have a good auto insurance company. And we do. We have American Family.
Fantastic agent, fantastic service. It's a secure feeling because we're always on the go.
Thank goodness they drive themselves to practice.
All your protection under one roof.
American Family Insurance.
So, how are you going to keep fleas off your dog this year?
Only Advantage stops fleas from biting in less than 5 minutes and keeps working all month. It's the fastest relief you can buy. Get Advantage from your vet. Don't give fleas a biting chance.
Do you have any idea what's in those mystery meat nuggets? Not a clue. No one does. Try these, Bear. KFC popcorn chicken. All white breast meat, crunchy, juicy.
KFC popcorn chicken is back. Try an individual size for only $1.99 or a family size for only $6.99.
There's fast food, and then there's KFC.
Closed captioning for KVAL News is brought to you by B&R Auto Wrecking. Quality used auto parts at a reasonable price.
A mother duck and her ducklings are back together again after a harrowing experience. 11 baby ducklings apparently wandered too close to a storm drain in Clifton Park, New York. The ducklings fell in, leaving mom outside. A worker from a nearby restaurant saw those ducks in distress and came to the rescue, fishing the babies out of the drain with a rope. Fortunately, one of the ducklings, rather unfortunately, one didn't make it, but the remaining 10 are back with mom, as you can see, happy as can be, happy as little ducks.
That's cute.
Another fourth quarter come from behind by the Ducks. All right, let's take one last look at our weather for
perfect
tomorrow.
duck weather today. 0.43 inches of rain at the airport, 0.34 in my rain gauge. Tomorrow morning we'll have showers to start off and then maybe some afternoon thunderstorms again. Highs from 45 in the mountains to 62 down toward Roseburg.
So if we expect to get wet, we won't be disappointed.
That's right.
All right, one last look at our storm this afternoon that barreled through. You guys have a good evening.
Fisher Communications.
The last-minute courting of voters. Mail-in ballots are due tomorrow. We'll have the latest on the news tomorrow morning at 6.